To finish off the first year for new North Central men's track and field head coach Gabe Rivera, the Cardinals secured their 5th consecutive CCIW men's outdoor track and field championship. It was also the 5th straight year of the Cardinals sweeping all 3 of the CCIW cross-country, indoor, and outdoor track and field titles.
There's a rich history here at North Central, and it's really about continuing that foundation that exists already and building upon that as we move into the future. I really saw that step-by-step process as we're going from the fall through the winter through the spring, and it's really about continuing that progression or improvement both culturally and individually within the team.
Gabe did wonderful. He's may not be the cross-country coach or the distance coach, but he's done such a great job at gelling with the guys and creating a positive relationship with everybody. And every day, everybody comes to practice excited to work, and everybody knows that the coaches here want everybody to succeed.
The strong conference performance was led, just like this past indoor season, by the team's distance runners. 4 runners qualified for nationals: Nicholson in his first qualification since returning to the team this year, along with stalwarts Drew Guimo, Connor Riss, and Max Svienty.
Well, we're pretty fortunate to start the year off with cross country, so it gives those guys an opportunity to really set the tone for the rest of the team moving into throughout the rest of the fall and the winter and spring months. We're returning a huge group from that cross country team to next year, and we're really looking to have some fun and some success for next year, and I think that's going to help set the tone for the rest of the specific event group athletes.
In track season, when you've got a different group of guys out here, it's really still just all about contributing to that team energy. And in track, that team is a bit bigger than it is in cross, and it's still about contributing how we can, lifting other guys up no matter what event group they hail from, and trying to get everyone their best. So it's really about putting our energy in positively and creating that model so that everyone on the team will also put their energy in positively and contribute towards what we're working towards as a team.
After entering the weekend ranked 13th in the 5,000 meter run, Nicholson went on to finish 3rd at nationals and was named an All-American. In the same event, Svienty finished 5th to also earn an All-American honor, his 2nd this school year. Svienty and Riss both competed in the 10,000 meter race along with Guimo, where Riss finished 8th to also earn a 2nd All-American award of the year.
Delayed gratification is what we talk about all the time, and how we're, constantly working throughout the year to only feel good for a week or 2, but it all pays off in the end. I had to game plan it to come in and give it everything I had. I ran through the race in my head, 10, 15 times, and my goal is to just go out and stay with the leaders and use my fitness, which I've shown in workouts I've had, but I've had kind of problems with showing in races, and I knew within about 30 seconds of the race going off that it was going to be a good day.
All-American is a great honor, and it's a great title, but the goal is always to just set myself up for the best possible success I can have on any given day, and the best success I can have at the end of the season, and the best I can contribute to the team effort and the team energy. So the goal is always really the same. If it comes out with it All-American finish, that's great, but if it doesn't and I've given my best effort, that's all I can ask for, and that's all I can ask of any of my teammates.
It's easy to point out the national accolades and the All-Americans from cross-country and indoors and outdoors, but there's still 50-some distance runners that I'm looking at, and I get proud every single week when we look at how many personal bests we're getting every single week. We're in double digits from this group every single week. It doesn't matter if it's a big invitational, if it's a smaller meet, or if we're going to the Drake Relays or national meet. We're seeing everybody getting better. So I love that part of it.
It wasn't just runners who garnered national attention for the team. Matt Sinnott, who is an assistant coach for the track and field team overseeing the distance events, in addition to being the head men's cross-country coach, was named Regional Assistant Coach of the Year.
It's reinforcement, I guess, of what is happening here, but I don't attribute that to just myself at all. I recognize that I might be the face of that recognition, but it's a collaborative effort to get these guys to where they want to be. So that's how I see it. It's nice, but it's definitely shared, and that part doesn't get recognized as much. That should be a shared recognition amongst all of the distance coaches.
It means a lot to me just to have that kind of individual on our coaching staff that really helps support and he's a good mentor for the rest of our coaches that we have here at North Central as well. So the rest of our coaching staff, our young coaches, all through our older coaches, Matt's a strong focal point of that unit within our program. So pretty fortunate to have someone like him along with the rest of our staff.
The men's track and field team, and the distance group in particular, are a veteran roster that will return numerous fifth-year athletes next year. Rivera's first year at the helm has seen the team maintain its high standards of success, and the distance runners plan to continue to set the team's championship pace.
We got a strong group of athletes. They're great human beings and great people. We've really established a lot this past season, and we really grew as individuals and as a team as we were kind of going through the year. So I think we are bringing back a strong class for next year, and we're excited for our new class coming in. I think we're just going to have a great group of student athletes that are going to love running and throwing and jumping for fun, sprinting for fun, and getting out there and just continuing seeing that progress that we built upon this year, carrying that into next year.
So after the whole year is done, it's back to work, because obviously there was a lot of success, but I had a lot of shortcomings as well, which just means I need to work that much harder over the course of this next year to ensure even more success to come.
We've worked our butts off for years on end now, and our culture is there. Everybody wants to work, and it's going to be a really exciting year. I took 2 days off after nationals right into cross-country training here, because it's hard to not do any work because you're just in a constant state of working. So no, I'm really excited, and I can tell everybody else is extremely excited.